Oh hell yeah, back on the bike again. Feels like I've not been on it for so long now. I don't know why, this bike seems like it's lacking power lately. I don't know, it just feels so dead and sluggish. I want a supermoto now! Those NGK spark caps obviously did nothing whatsoever. That was silly, wasn't it? Almost came out on me. Almost. I have to give them credit for actually stopping though. I'm so glad the rain's actually stopped. It's just been constantly raining all week, and I've actually had a few days off this week. It's so frustrating. Oh great, fantastic, wobbly, stupid, universal mirrors. I get a lot of questions about these mirrors, and that is, where do I get them from? Well, I got them from eBay, but I honestly would not suggest getting them, just because they always move, and I'm having to tighten them up now, like, every single week. Why is this bike being so sluggish lately? What have I done to deserve this? Okay, so anybody that wants to come to the first official spiky meetup of 2019 is more than welcome. I recently published a little date on the 29th of June, but I quickly realised that not many people can do that. So, you know, I want to try and make it as fair as possible for everyone. I know a lot of people don't live that close to it, and also I know a lot of people have their own lives and do their own thing, so I try my best to work it around everyone really, and try and make it as central as I possibly can. So it will be at the Ponderosa Cafe. I'm now going to move it to the 6th of July, and you can get there between 11:30 and 12. We'll probably even be there till like 12:30 or something, so there's no big worry if you are a little bit late. But if you are interested in that, please come. Don't feel intimidated or afraid or anything. It's all good fun. I really enjoyed last year's. It was so much fun, considering the weather was absolute crap. But please come along if that's something that you're into. You'll probably meet a lot of other people there that are like-minded, and you'll end up being friends with them, like I have been with quite a few people that have met up with me on my filthy. Hello. Was that a little pit bite then? Anyway, as the title suggests, I'm here to talk about Benelli TNT 125 versus the Honda Grom. Now, if you followed me from the start of owning this bike, you would have probably seen all the problems that I've had with it, and all the good things that I've had with it as well. So I've literally hid nothing from you guys. You know, when there's been a problem with this bike, I've told you, and I'm not the sort of person to pretend like it's an amazing bike, because some things on it really aren't. Don't pull out at me. Oh my god, what is wrong with people? Second saves a life. It literally does though. Like, if you wait 1 second more, it could potentially save a biker's life. I've had this bike now for 2 years, is it? 2 years. I've done over 4,500 miles on it, and although I've really enjoyed this bike, oh, there has been some really annoying problems. Now, I've just shown you the first problem, and that is that it cuts out. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with my fuel injectors, where it's not functioning properly. I hate gravel. I hate it. It's like my enemy. Oh, this is lovely. So yeah, here it is, the Benelli TNT 125, and like I said, I've had a few problems with it, and oh, beautiful. Is that... Oh, I was going to say, is that a bird that's crapped all over me? But I think it's just whipped up from all the floor. Anyway, I'm not trying to throw hate on this bike, but I'm trying to give those who are looking to buy this bike a good idea on if they should buy it compared to the Honda Grom. Because the Honda Grom was the bike I was going to get until I came across Moto Turtle, Alan, whoever you know him as, and he owned a Benelli TNT 125. So it was only by chance that I seen him on the bike that day, and then I pretty much fell in love with this bike, and I wanted to get one from that day. Because I did sit on the Honda Grom. It wasn't the most comfiest bike. It didn't feel that right for me personally. I think if you're slightly taller, then it's probably not going to be the best bike for you. Whereas I've had people that are over 6 foot on this, and they actually don't look out of place on it. And I know it sounds silly, but they really don't look out of place. I'm 5'10", so I'm not the tallest person ever, but I felt uncomfortable on a Honda Grom. Now, obviously, the Honda Grom is like over £1,000 more expensive, so that's one of the other reasons why I didn't get the Honda Grom. And I just prefer the looks of the Benelli TNT 125, to be honest with you. I think it's a much better looking bike than the Honda Grom. And one of the things that actually shocked me about this bike is how well built it is. Okay, yeah, I know it's got problems with the fuel injectors, and they've obviously cheaped out on certain parts. But other than that, like the plastics and the metals and everything else, it's actually really, really good quality. The amount of times that I've dropped this bike now, and yeah, I have replaced this panel once, but the amount of times that I've binned this bike and it's not worse than it actually is, because literally this has come off, that's come off, but it's gone back on fine, no problem, with a bit of glue. That is a little scratch there. I'm surprised that didn't crack the whole screen over, considering it just face planted into the ground. The one little piece of metal that did snap off was the foot peg, and then this bent. But the parts for these bikes are so cheap that cost me about, was it £14 I think it was, just for that. And then for the two side panels, because you get two of them, it was like £36. £36 just for two side panels. Now if that was a Honda Grom, I don't want to even think about that, because it would probably be absolutely ridiculous on how much you're going to be paying for it. But that's what I like about this bike. And if you do want to know where to get the parts for this bike, then just ask me, and then I'll put a little link down below for you in the comments. You can get the parts for it really cheap now, and they're more available than they used to be. About 2 years ago, a year ago, they weren't that available to order. Now you can get all kinds of parts for it, the engine parts and all kinds of parts for it. So that's the good thing about it. It's good that they've actually started to get more parts for these bikes. I guess because they've become more popular now, so there's more of them out there, so it makes it worth buying and selling these parts. But like I said, Honda Grom, over £1,000 more expensive. It doesn't quite sit right for me when I'm sitting on it. This feels a little bit bigger because it's just slightly higher than a Honda Grom. It feels, I don't know, it's a strange thing. It feels better built, but obviously it's not, because of the certain parts that have gone wrong on it. But I don't think that should really put you off buying this bike. Yeah, I've had problems with it, and a little bit of me kind of wishes I got Honda Grom, but only because of the reliability aspect, you know. If I didn't have problems with the fuel injectors, then 100% I would say, yeah, buy this bike. And to be honest with you, I may have just been the unlucky one, but I have heard a few people with the Benelli TNT have problems like that with the fuel injectors and with it cutting out and stuff. So I think it's definitely a design fault. I hope to God Benelli actually see that, and they know it's a problem, and they fix it in the future for any other future TNTs out there. If the fuel injectors were fine, then I would be like 100% buy this bike. Buy this bike right now, because it is such an amazing bike. It's so much fun. I love it. It wheelies, it does everything a Honda Grom can do, and it's like a grand less. But like I said, I think if you sit on the both of the bikes and see for yourself, then you'll know what works best for you. I think with any bike out there, if you're deciding to get a bike, there's no point in asking somebody, do you think this bike would be right for me? Because you need to go out there, you need to test it for yourself, and you need to sit on it and see how it feels, see if you fall in love with it or not. But I just got these NGK spark plugs. Ooh, okay, that wasn't in properly. That's a bit annoying. Okay, that's the main reason I got these NGK plugs, because it kept falling out all the time, the original ones. So that's a bit annoying. But I got them, so that wouldn't happen, and maybe that's why it's being a little bit sluggish. That's a bit weird. Okay, problem solving on the go here. Well, that might have been a problem, I don't know. Let's hope so. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on deciding to buy the Honda Grom or the Benelli TNT 125. Let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, and which one you think that I should have bought, and which one you would buy if you had the chance to buy one now. Because I want to know, I want to see how popular these bikes really are, or if it's just a gimmick and 2 years down the line there won't be any more TNTs, just Honda Groms again. Go girl, you can do it!